Hi, I'm Dave again from Carol and Dave's Roadhouse in beautiful downtown Ligonier. We decided for this episode of my 10-minute cooking class to do it out on our deck out here. You can see back there we have the parking lot, and as you can hear all the traffic going by, which we have lots of. But one of the things I thought I'd try was my chicken Romano, because I've got a lot of people that ask me how I make it, and they try it at home and they can't do it, which it's real simple. I'll show you in a second here. The ingredients I have are just some regular all-purpose flour, some grated Parmesan, lemon, olive oil, eggs, a little parsley, and I use white wine. The white wine I use is a Chardonnay because I like the flavor that it gives it. And what you start out with here, you can use a meat mallet and a piece of chicken. I put the chicken between two pieces of plastic wrap. That way it doesn't splash all over the place and contaminate everything. So you can either use a meat mallet or a skillet, or use somebody's head if you want. But what you do is you just start, when you pound it, you want to just tap it. You want to just tap it because the chicken will split and it just won't be any good if you do that. So you just flatten it out, just tap it, tap it, tap it. And there you go. That's how you do that. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to take your chicken, get your chicken unwrapped, and make sure your skillet is nice and hot. Because if you don't heat the skillet, the chicken will stick. So that's one of the very important things. I'm using olive oil, and you just want to use enough just to coat the bottom of the skillet. And I'm getting it heated up for you. Okay, now I'm going to set that in there for this time being. Now crack 2 eggs for each piece of chicken you have. Okay, you want to whisk it up. Whisk it up, and then what you want to do is you want to throw in about 2 ounces, which would be about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Then you want to whisk it in. And the flour, too, I put a little salt and pepper in it too. That'll help season it up while it cooks. And then put a little parsley in with your egg batter. There you go. Now, while the skillet's hot, I'm going to take the chicken, dredge it in the flour, make sure it's coated real well, because what's not coated, the egg batter won't stick to. So you go like that. You want to toss it around a little bit and make sure the egg batter sticks to it really good. Okay, and then set it down gently in your hot skillet. You see how it's hot? You want to make sure it's hot. What you're going to do is you're going to let it brown. Put it in the skillet, and it's real hot, so it'll sear up, and it doesn't take very long in the skillet. You can see it's starting to brown around the edges, but we're outside, so the wind's blowing and keeping the heat a little ununiform. What you want to do, don't touch it until it's brown around the edges. If you touch it too soon, it'll stick. And then you're done. So what you want to do is loosen it up and make sure it's good and loose. Okay, and then you want to tilt the skillet towards your spatula and flip it over. Okay, and then you want to brown it on this side too. Easy so far? Okay, now what you want to do when it browns like that, you want to take your chicken and put it in there. If there's little goodies like that, throw them in there too, because that's always good. I'm going to put it on that burner for a second, leave it stay warm. And then you want to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it. Or you can use Romano or Asiago, it doesn't really matter, just whatever you like. Okay, now I'm going to throw this into my magical oven, the same kind of magical oven they use on TV. And in the skillet, I'm going to deglaze it with about an ounce of Chardonnay or white wine, whatever you like. Then I'm going to squeeze a half a lemon in there. You let the sauce reduce with just the white wine and lemon juice in there. And then you want to throw in some butter. Stir it around. See how it thickens it up? Gives it a nice sheen and a nice finish to it. Okay, now I'm going to do like they do on TV. I'm going to make for the quick oven thing. I'm going to take the chicken out of the oven and put it on a nice plate, whatever you like, however many orders you want to do. You have the sauce, you stir it around. You can even throw a little bit of parsley in it. And then you drizzle it over the chicken. And let's try it, because I love my chicken Romano. Big chunk. Alright, up next, I'm going to show you how to make a neat bread pudding. Wait till you see it. I'm going to eat the chicken for a little bit. Well, I'm back. I got done with that chicken Romano, and I like that stuff. We sell it every Tuesday night here. If you want to stop in, try it, and then watch this video and figure out how to make it, it's a good idea. But right now I'm going to make something that's good for the adults and good for the kids. I'm making s'mores bread pudding. Just, you know, it's got the chocolate, it's got the graham crackers, it's got the marshmallows, which everybody likes, and I'll show you how to do it. Well, first you start out with about a dozen eggs. I already started cracking some in here, so I'll finish them off. Just crack them and put them in there, in the bowl. And you need a nice sized bowl. Then you take them and you whip them up a little bit. Now you want to whip in about a cup and a half, about 2 cups of powdered or brown sugar. You can use either light or dark brown sugar, depending on how deep you want that flavor. And then you whip it in. You want to whip it enough that it blends in all the brown sugar and you don't have any lumps. Okay, then after that, not dump that in there, like that. Okay, let's just put that in there. Now you want to get a whole quart of heavy cream. This is going to make a 13 by 9 pan of bread pudding. Matter of fact, we'll go with about 3 cups of heavy cream. You want to whip that in there, whip it in good. Okay, after you whip that in there, you want to have a little vanilla here. You want to put about a tablespoon of vanilla in it. Alright, once you're done whipping it, here's my pan I'm going to put it in. And here's my bread. Take about 4 quarts of cubed bread and you throw it in the oven and you brown it off for about 10-12 minutes. Take it out, and then you can do this warm or you can do it cold. You got a rubber spatula. What you want to do is you want to mix this in really good. You can see how much liquid there is, but when you leave it soaked for about you have to leave it soaked for about 40 minutes. The bread you'll be surprised because the bread will just soak up all the bread, and that's why you're toasting the bread off, because you're getting rid of all the liquid out of the bread. So that way, what happens is you get rid of the water content out of the bread, and you put the egg so it soaks the egg up. Alright, now for the fun part. These are the little teddy bear shaped graham crackers. I'm like, but this works out real well. What I'll do is I'll sprinkle them in there. Then here's some chocolate chips. Just This is about, well, that was about 2 cup or a cup and a half of the Teddy shape graham crackers. And about a cup of chocolate chips. And then we're going to go for the marshmallows too. Break that open and put probably about a cup and a half of marshmallows into. The idea is you do it by what your tastes are. If you like a lot of marshmallows, put extra in. It's not going to hurt the recipe. So you just mix them in really good. Get them mixed around. Now what you want to do is you want to come back to your bowl about every 10 minutes and press it down and stir it up to make sure everything's mixed in and that the bread's soaking up the batter. Alright, so for time's sake, I'm going to just take it and pour it in my pan right now and put it in that magical TV oven. And you'll see what it turns out like. So you get that all in there, it just fits in the 13 by 9 pan. Put it like that. What you'll do is it'll be already soaked and it'll be soaked up. So I'm going to put it in my magic oven here. Then I'm going to pull out the finished product. That's what it looks like. And when it comes out of the oven, I guess I should tell you how long to bake it for. You put it in the oven for about an hour on about 350. And then check it like you do a cake. Make sure there's no moisture in the middle, that it's not all soggy. But this is what it turns out like. It's good. You can see all the chocolate chips and the marshmallows are in there somewhere too. There's one right there. But you just, you got the graham cracker flavor in there. You got the marshmallow and the chocolate chips. You can put whipped cream on it. You can make some kind of sauce on it. Whatever you like to put on it. But even plain is just plain delicious. Thank you very much. Carol's going to have a nice wine pairing up with that chicken Romano for you to try.
Hi, this is Carol from the Roadhouse, and we are going to pair up some wines with Dave's dinners that he did for his cooking class online. First, going to start with a Woodbridge Chardonnay that pairs up real well with the chicken Romano. He actually uses a little bit of the Woodbridge Chardonnay in the Romano, so just wanted to go about showing you how to open the wine bottles properly. Corkscrew goes in, and they say it's better to turn the bottle than the corkscrew, but it always doesn't work that well, but that's what you're supposed to do. Get your corkscrew in, pull the cork out slowly and turn. And that is the white wine that will go with the chicken Romano. Goes well with fish and other dishes. Now with Dave's dessert tonight, we have a Pinot Noir. This is one of my favorites, a Mirsu. And I just wanted to show everybody the proper way to open a bottle when there's foil on it. A lot of people have the foil cutters that will cut the foil off, but our regular corkscrew just has a little knife. And you want to go around the circumference of the bottle and make sure it's even the whole way around cutting your foil so it comes off nice and even. That way when you pour your wine, it's not going to dribble around the foil. And the same with this. You're going to put the corkscrew in, get it started, and then turn the bottle. And then on your red wines, once you get them open, you want to let them breathe for a few minutes before you pour them into your glass. It lets the body of the wine and it builds up and just lets the breathe a little bit, and then you can pour it in your glass and you have your red wine that will go very well with Dave's Smore bread pudding that he's doing on the cooking class. So I hope you all enjoy, and if you have any questions, come in and see me at the Roadhouse and I'll answer all your questions. Have a good night.